PolishLynx here and welcome to Lifted Dreams, because we've completed technically one route, and as far as I'm concerned there are more, so we are going to cover some more, given that this was a rather short game. Yeah, I think let's jump straight to the choice. I think that's reasonable. So, with that being said, we are going to call Faye this time and see what's gonna happen if we do so. I choose to call Faye. By the way, this is this guy's like object of love, right? Given the scope and nature of our problem, I think it can only be solved by heading directly to the source. Chelsea might be the one in need of emotional support right now, but I don't think I have it in me. Which was not true on our original approach to the game. I can barely understand our problem, but I know that Faye's research and experience could come in handy. That is, if I can even convince her to talk. I ignore my pain for now. What, did I mess up the password? Yeah. Once I have solved all of this, everyone's pain will inevitably fade away. After the phone rings a couple of times, Faye picks up and I ask her to meet me at the playground. Basically the best place to confess your love according to this game. Before I could hang up, a voice calls me. Yes. I glanced back. She was there. Faye! Surprisingly, Faye is already here, still holding her phone near her right ear. She hangs up and puts the phone inside her pocket. I follow her actions, dumbfounded by her near instantaneous appearance. I wonder why. It's not like she has some yandere issues, right? She might have thought. She seems like she might have. Which is crazy because, I mean, she was his object of love, and yet it seems like she doesn't have any feelings for him. Anyway.
Jeff, it's rare for you to call me nowadays.
She puts on that same smile from before, knowing, playful, coy, and sinister. Yeah, of all those four you said, it's only sinister. Well, I knew that you expect me to call you after everything that happened. Probably. Maybe. I smile, reminding myself that I've got something to do.
Then why should I be?
Why not? She smiles back, in a sinister way. Whoops. You know that I've got something to tell you. She's puzzled. I've wondered. The source of this emotional hysteria is definitely you. Okay. Just like us, you must have lost the ability to achieve your dream. But there's one problem with that logic. You can still write.
Amazing. You've done your research.
You bet I've done.
Writers and artists are both good in that field.
She laughs as if she's impressed. If she's impressed, but the hollow earnest makes it seem more condescending than anything. Hey, tell me, what did you lose?
I'm not obligated to tell you.
Ow. I figure as much, but even if you won't tell me, I have something of my own to tell you. As I say those words, I start doing something that I have planned. I slowly walk towards Faye. She doesn't know what's going on. At first, Faye thinks that I'm joking, but when she realizes that I'm serious, it's already too late. I grab onto her shoulders, preventing her from looking away. I move my face closer to hers. She can't resist my hold on her. Regardless of my resolve, the simple nature of what I have to say makes me too nervous to speak up. With mere inches between us, I speak lowly and sheepishly. I love you. Before she can finish complaining, my lips touch hers, causing them to close. She can't believe the situation. She's in shock. And so am I. But I've decided to do this. It might sound like a bad joke, but this is supposedly the easiest way to get our talents back so that our dreams may once again come true. According to my research, providing emotional support is the easiest way to cure hysteria. But in the case of teenagers who are in their moody and rebellious stage, familial love is deemed highly ineffective. The best cure is romantic love with the opposite, or their preferred sex. I hug her tightly and feel her voluptuous bosom as it presses against my chest. Although she resists, red slowly blooms on the canvas of her pale cheeks. Unexpectedly, I'm starting to lose myself. Contrary to her cold attitude these days, her lips are soft, warm, and sweet. While we kiss, I caress her aromatic and long hair, grazing her inviting porcelain neck from time to time. I mean, to be fair, regarding her, it's probably what we've kind of seen at the end of the previous route. I come to realize how much I've missed her, even more so than before. Imagine what might have happened if she hadn't changed, and wonder if I could have kept my promise to prioritize my dream before love. As our lips entwine, I can feel a certain warmth emanating from her chest. It soothes me, enhancing my feelings of ecstasy. As I give in to the feeling, the warmth vanishes as if it has been dosed with ice. Faye starting to break free from my embrace.
No. This can't be happening.
Why not? Faye tries to break free from the strong grip of the prey clinging onto her. Beds of sweat flow down from her forehead down to her neck.
It can't come back. I have to get rid of it for good.
Get rid of... You had the feelings for him. As she feels a gush of emotion rush into her heart, she tries to stop it through her sheer force of will. With near Herculean effort, she successfully pushes the complicated emotion back into oblivion. As she does so, she simultaneously pushes Jeff away. No! As she breaks free from his grip, she touches her lips in disgust and shock.
I can't feel it. It's gone. This is better.
What are you talking about? How dare you? Faye starts to turn and quickly begins walking away. Faye! The previously speechless male shouts in a sad and desperate way. Faye! He collapsed to his knees, or whatever. Faye pays no attention to the boy as she continues to walk and leftward. Words that are incomprehensible to him.
You understood nothing at all.
Why? Jeff muttered to himself, feeling dejected for being so optimistic. During that moment, he felt nothing bright. Indeed, he felt romantic, but it was just that. The girl was probably too numb to feel anything short of irritation. But those words last uttered by Faye were true. He understood nothing at all. Ten years had passed. Wait, but what? Jeff is in his room playing video games. Every day he often spent his free time playing them to the point of predictability and boredom. Despite never having been a gamer before, certain circumstances have effectively forced him to suppress reality. It just so happened that this was the best way. He simply can't bring himself to look at his sketches. Every time he tries to see one, his head hurts. It hurts so much that sometimes it makes him vomit. He felt bad about himself for not being able to do something 10 years ago. He wasn't able to save them. Right now, the girls are doing their own thing, not saying a word to everyone involved in the hysteria. The two girls are now severe loners. One is infamous for her once lovely singing voice turning into something incomprehensibly, indescribably Bad. The other, meanwhile, is known solely for her cold and hateful personality. Jeff felt so guilty. For he has made efforts to make amends, his inability to do anything deep or genuinely prevent results from being achieved. Even still, he can't help himself, and so he continues such futile gestures. He stops. Glancing around the room, the male looks for something small and sharp, yet he doesn't identify it by either of those features. Instead, he takes note of how light glistens on the blade, and that light consumes every ounce of his being. Calmly, he touched the skin of his wrist. Then he pulled back mentally and went again. Only deeper than before. As if they continued this process for what felt like eons. Jeff's sanity is slowly but surely ebbing away. How pathetic. That was a short one. Okay, I mean, I will record the other ending as well, because they're free apparently! And so on. Anyway, that was crazy. That really was crazy. Don't do it. Don't do it. Seek help. That's what you should do in this situation. But then again, who am I to talk, right? But, I mean, in my case at least, giving up is not an option, to be fair. And this is basically giving up. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed this very short episode. Damn, we haven't had this short episode in a while, I think, but yeah, it happens. Actually, maybe not really that long ago, given that we've played some very short games, but yeah. Anyway, in the next episode, so tomorrow, we'll go through other ending, we'll see if we can save them both. Hope to see you there. Have a wonderful day. Bye bye.